So in this video, we are going to learn how to post new MySQL data as Slack message. Now suppose guys you are getting some random data from multiple sources and you are adding that data into your MySQL database. And you want that whenever a new row of data is added in a new table in MySQL, you want to get that same data as a message on your Slack channel. It can be anything. It can be a transaction or payment details, new lead details, or regarding some new project over there. So guys, let me tell you, getting new MySQL data on your Slack channel as a message, this process can be automated using Pabbly Connect. And in this automation, whenever a new row will be added in a table in MySQL, automatically the data of the same row will be received as a message on our Slack channel. If you want to set up this automation for yourself, you just have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, here we are on Pabbly Connect's dashboard. Now to reach this dashboard, you will get a free sign-up link of Pabbly Connect in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can create your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. And after reaching to this dashboard, just click on Create Workflow and give this workflow a name. For example, I would like to name my workflow as MySQL to Slack. And then just click on Create. Now you can see that a workflow is open over here. And in this workflow, we have 2 different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those 2 concepts, those 2 principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's begin with our trigger window. Now the idea here is, first we have to connect our MySQL database with Pabbly Connect in the trigger window, so that every time a new row of data is added in a table in MySQL, automatically that newly added data should be captured inside Pabbly Connect, and this automation workflow will get triggered. And after that, using this Pabbly Connect automation, we will send those new row details from MySQL to our Slack channel as a new channel message. So let's see how it is done. Here in trigger window, in choose app, search for MySQL, just select it. And then in trigger event from the drop down, select the trigger event as new row in a table. Click on connect and select add new connection. Now here guys, we have to connect our MySQL account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, you have to enter the database username, database password, host, database and port. All of these details of your MySQL account over here to make the connection. Now here, if you have created your MySQL account, you must have all of these details. Just enter them and click on save to make the connection. Right now in this video, I'm going to just select the existing connection which I have already made and then just click on save. After clicking on save, the first thing it asks us is the table name. So here in the drop down, you will see a list of all the tables which you have created in that particular database. Here you can see that in my database in my MySQL account, right now I have only one table named as transaction details. That's why here in this drop down, you can see only one table over here named as transaction details. If you have created multiple tables in your database, here in this drop down, you will see a list of all those tables over here. And from this drop down, you have to select the table from which you want to get the new row of data inside Pabbly Connect and trigger this automation. So right now, I'm going to select this particular table named as transaction details. After selecting the table, the next thing it asks us is the unique column. So here in the drop down, you can see a list of all the columns which we have created in this particular table. ID, date, customer name, email, mobile number and amount. And here guys, out of all of this, we have to select a column which will have a unique ID, a unique value for each and every row. So we have this column of ID and the column of ID will have a unique value for every row of data added. So that's why we have selected ID as the unique column. Now after this, when we will click on save and send test request, the details of the most recent row, the last row which was added in MySQL will be received inside Pabbly Connect. So here guys, right now in this particular table, we have only one row of data. And when we will click on this save and send test request in Pabbly Connect, we will see in Pabbly Connect workflow, we will get a response of the same row. So here in this response, you can see the same details, same mobile number, ID, email, date, customer name and amount. The same details of the most recent, the last row, or should I say the only row right now which we have in the table is received inside Pabbly Connect. So here the step 1 of setting up this automation is completed. We have successfully connected our MySQL database with Pabbly Connect and received the response of a new row from MySQL in our Pabbly Connect workflow. Now after this, let's move to step 2. And in step 2, we want to send this new row details to our Slack channel as a channel message. For that, just scroll down, come to our action window and here in choose app, search for Slack. Just select it. Then here in action event from the drop down, select the action event as send channel message, click on connect and select add new connection. Now here guys, we have to connect our Slack account with Pabbly Connect, and to make this connection, click on this connect with Slack button, and then here it is asking us for the token type. Now here while connecting our Slack account, we have two options. Either we can create a user-based connection or we can create a bot-based connection. So what is the difference between a user-based connection and a bot-based connection? Here in this help text, we have a hyperlink, just click on it and then it will take you to a page on our forum. And at this page, you will get all the details, a detailed comparison between a user-based token and a bot-based token. So here right now, I'm going to select a user-based token and then just click on save. After clicking on save, because I have logged into my Slack account in my browser, Pabbly Connect has detected the same account over here. So we just have to basically give the permission to our Slack account. So just scroll down and click on allow. And as we click on allow, we will see our Slack account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making this connection, the first thing it asks us is the channel. That in our Slack account, in which particular channel we want to send the messages. So here in this drop down, you will see a list of all the channels which we have created in our Slack account, as you can see over here. So in my Slack account, I have created a dedicated channel named as transaction details. In this particular channel, I want to send the messages of new row of data which is added in MySQL. So here in Pabbly Connect from the drop down, we are going to select transaction details as the channel on which we want to send the message. Now after this, it is asking us for the message, that what is the message which we want to send. So I want my message to be hello team. Okay, so this is the kind of message which I want to send on my Slack channel. Hello team, we have received a new transaction. Customer name, email, mobile number, amount and date. So these are the details which I want to send on my Slack channel from the new row of data which we have received from MySQL. So here guys, from trigger responses, we have received all of these details. And from these responses of a new row of data from MySQL, we have to one by one map these details over here in this field. And guys, the process of mapping is very simple. So here in front of customer name, we wanted to mention the name of the customer which we have received from MySQL. So here from the drop down, you can see a list of all the responses which we have received over here in the trigger window. And from these responses, select the response of customer name in front of it and it will be mapped. Then after that, it is asking us for the email. So from the drop down, map the email in front of this message of email, then map the mobile number, then follow the same process of mapping for amount and at last the date. So in this way, you can create any message of your choice of your requirement and add the details of a new row which we have received from MySQL over here in this message. So whenever next time a new row of data will be added in MySQL, the data which was added with the details, with the same details, this message will be sent on our Slack channel. Now after creating the message, it is asking us image URL and image alt text. So if you want, you can also send some kind of images on your Slack channel using this action step. Right now in this video, we don't want to send any kind of images, so we can ignore this field for now. Now, if we have created a bot-based connection, then here we have an option to change the bot name and bot icon as well. You can give any name to the bot or any icon to the bot of your choice. So here, right now, we have made a user-based connection. That's why we can ignore these two fields for now. Then we also have auto-expand link username and channel names, reply broadcast, and thread message ID. So all of these fields are also not mandatory, not required. So I'm going to just ignore them for now and then click on save and send test request. After clicking on save and send test request, here you can see that we have received some response. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that the message which we have created over here, the same message has been sent on our Slack channel, this particular channel. So let's check it. We will go to a Slack channel. And yes guys, just now a new message has been sent on our Slack channel. The message says, hello team, we have received a new transaction. Customer name, demo customer. This is the email, this is the mobile number, this is the amount, and this is the date. So these are the exact same details of a new transaction which we have added in our MySQL database in this table as a new row. This means the automation workflow which we have created using Pabbly Connect is working perfectly fine. Now after setting up this automation, let's test this automation workflow once in real time. For that, we'll go to a MySQL database and we are going to add the data in a new row. Just go to this insert section and then let's add a date as, for example, today's date, 19th April 2023. Then after entering the date, let's add a customer name. For example, test customer. This is the name which I am adding over here. Then let's add an email address as well. And then let's add a dummy mobile number once again. The amount is, for example, this time the amount is $4,000. And then just click on go. So just now a new row of data is added in this table in our MySQL database. And we will see as we add this row, within 1 hour, a message will be sent on our Slack channel with the same details over here. So we just have to wait for 1 hour over here. Okay, so we have successfully waited for an hour. Now let's check our Slack channel. And yes guys, here you can see that on our Slack channel just now we have received a new message. The message says, hello team, we have received a new transaction. Customer name, so we have this test customer name, the same customer name which we have added as a new row in our MySQL database. Then here you can see that we have the email address of the customer, the same mobile number, amount and the date. The same data which was just now added as a new row in our table in MySQL, the same details are now shared as a message on our Slack channel automatically. This means the automation workflow which we have created, we have tested it and it is working perfectly fine. So not just these applications, you can connect plenty of other applications with Pabbly Connect. And one more important thing, you will find the clone link of this exact same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can clone the same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and use this automation workflow for free. Also, let me tell you, Pabbly Connect offers you a free plan. And in this plan, you will get some free tasks every month into your own Pabbly Connect account. So if you want to try and test this automation, you can do it for absolutely free.
If you have any kind of doubts or queries, you can post them on forum.pabbly.com. So if this video was helpful to you, you can obviously like this video, comment down your suggestion and don't forget to share it with others. So guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you. Have a great day.